Wow. I turned my ring light up all the way up, and now I can see the difference. And I have a new microphone, so I sound a lot clearer and hopefully a lot louder than what I did in my previous videos. But anyway, enough of that. Happy Friday. Today is Friday for me. And I'm starting day 7 of the reset. I have been recording this series for exactly a week, and I'm proud of me that I'm sticking to it. And I hope I can get through these 21 days and record every single day and be disciplined and just get these videos up, because starting a YouTube channel was never in my plans. But once I started, I'm like, okay, let's keep going, see where this goes. But if nothing else, I do enjoy recording, talking to the camera, and just being consistent and disciplined. So, with that being said, let's get into day 7 of the reset. And day 7's prompt is self blame detox. Over responsibility and carrying other people's stuff is not love and it's not accountability. Reflection. What did I take responsibility for that was not mine? And the reflection states to write 3 to 5 sentences here and cross out one sentence that unfairly blames you, or that you unfairly blamed on yourself. So there's so much I can get into in regards to carrying other people's stuff. And I had a tendency to do that in many relationships. In the context of some of my romantic relationships, for example, there were children involved that I took responsibility of and took care of. And I love those kids, don't get me wrong, and I still miss them to this day. But I took on a lot of responsibility and care. Children who were not obviously mine, because I don't have any biological children. I have a host of nieces and nephews who are like my children, but I don't myself have any children. So in the context of that relationship, I did take on a lot of care for the kids that was not mine. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Was it a lot and overwhelming at times? Also, yes. But I still took that on. And I felt sometimes like being there and like just taking on the responsibility of that, and with some of the stuff that they saw, I often would also take on the blame of, or I would feel guilty about even being there, being in that situation, and knowing that, okay, if this doesn't work out and I have to walk away, how would that affect them? So I took on a lot of that and I'm sure my partner did not really think about, or was not concerned about that. Or if he was, he didn't express that to me. So I took on a lot of that unfairly to myself. The second thing that I have here that I took responsibility for that wasn't mine, and along with staying in the context of the children, there also came baby mama trauma with that. I personally had encounters with this person, and again, I took on a lot of stuff that was not mine to take on. The third thing I have noted here was the drinking problem. So much that came along with that. Being there, trying to care for somebody who has a drinking problem, that is a lot. That is a lot to take on. I'm still speaking in therapy about the effects that had on me. And while I was dealing with that, I still was fairly new to grieving my mother who had passed away. So there was a lot I took on there also that wasn't mine. But as far as crossing out any sentence where I unfairly blame myself, I cross out all of these sentences, because I took on a lot of the guilt that came with, if things didn't go well, I'm like, okay, I'm here, so I have a hand in, like I said, his kids feeling a certain way about me being here, them seeing him with these drinking issues. I was unfairly taking on so much of that. And carrying other people's stuff, I have come to realize and see clearly that that is not love. carrying other people's stuff is not love. And I understand that now. Day 7. And another thing that I want to get into is my gratitude journal. These are also available on my store. And I have a few copies of these laying around. So I said I would start a new one for the purposes of also recording in this series. And I'll just call this the Gratitude Minute. And for today's gratitude entry, there's a quote. There's a quote on each page that starts off the journal entry. And so the quote for this day is, gratitude turns what we have into enough. The first prompt says, one small ordinary thing I'm grateful for today. And I have here today, waking up with a clear mind in my right mind. I used to always hear my mother and my grandmother say, thank God I woke up, I'm in my right mind. And there is so much truth to that saying. Because every day I wake up and I can think clearly. And even though I have 1,000 things on my mind that I want to get done for the day, I can still think clearly, and that is a blessing. The next prompt is a gentle sight, sound, or smell I noticed today. My dog. Every time I'm at my desk, she wants to literally crawl under my desk and lay at my feet. And today I'm like, girl, there's not a lot of space here under my desk. So girl, you cannot be under my desk. I need to move my feet. I have long legs. I need to stretch out. But she looked up at me with those puppy eyes, and I was like, you know what? Girl, just come on. So I relented. And she's under my desk laying on my feet, and I cannot move my legs. So her look up at me, that was so gentle, and it was just tugged at my heartstrings, and I just let her under my desk. What made me feel calm for even 10 seconds today? And I just have here that, I don't really ever feel not calm, and I'm thankful for that. Like, right now, I'm in such a peaceful, calm space, and I'm just grateful that I don't have those moments where I don't feel calm. And then this last prompt is one tiny thing that went right today. My new microphone came from Amazon today. It's clearer. I sound clearer. And I am glad that this went well because that old microphone was not good. And I'm also grateful that I didn't have to return it. I just went on Amazon and was like, this microphone is trash. I don't want it. So they were like, you don't even need to send that back. We're just going to refund you. So that was a win. Day 7. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But again, if you want to get this guide, the link is in my channel. Follow along, comment, and let me know. Do you take on people's stuff? Do you take on people's love while neglecting your own? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching day 7, and see you on day 8.